What's up, YouTube? Back at you with another video, another quick take. I got my main man, my partners, my brothers here.
You already know I'm back, the most charismatic man entertainment. Thanks for having me again, bro.
My man,
You were ready, Adrian, back up in here.
my
Glad to
guy,
be here.
my guy. All right, so we got a controversial situation here. And we got an article courtesy of Dexter2.com which says TikToker calls out Kai Cenat for not helping after an alleged by stranger at party. The article goes on to say a woman who claims she was raped at a party by a man she did not know has called out Twitch streamer Kai Cenat after he allegedly invited her to the party and then avoided her questions. It says Jovi Pena, a popular TikToker with over 120,000 followers, made the allegations public on January 6th, which is today, after stating, I asked for help and it's not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. She accused a man named Jiggy Sek or Sack of the assault, but states that he was a complete stranger to her at the time of the alleged attack on January 1st. Now, she's got a series of tweets basically illustrating the whole situation. I'm gonna read it and then I'm gonna get y'all thoughts after that. So Joey Pena says on January 1st, 2023, I was at a party by a complete stranger. I was invited to this party by someone I thought to be a friend who happens to be Kai Cenat. I asked for help and is not going anywhere, so I've decided to take it to social media. His name is Jiggy Sack, and he looks straight off the boat. She says, I was invited by Kai Cenat. When I decided to leave, he told me I'd be safer upstairs since I was drunk and nobody would bother me. However, after I fell asleep, since I thought I was safe due to there being security and Kai's confirmation, however, I wasn't safe. Jiggy Sack walked into the room where I was asleep and brutally hit me to the point where I bled. When I woke up to see him still on top of me, I called him out as a and he told me that I was in his bed and that's why he did what he did. Wow. She said, I was in shock. I called, texted my friend who invited me, but I got no answer. And I was told by that he left. So the guy told her that Kai Cenat left, which she said she found out later to be a lie. He told me we can just keep it a secret and pretend nothing happened, but I was already traumatized by then. She said, I asked him if he at least used protection, which he then showed me a dirty condom and said, yes, a skins condom. Now I have to take medication for a month to make sure I don't catch any STDs. As you all know, those condoms only protect you from unwanted pregnancies and not STDs. So they're useless. She said, I spent all day crying and processing what happened to me instead of enjoying my vacation in New York. At nighttime, I had dinner reservations, but I went to the emergency room instead as I was still in pain from what happened to me. She said, I described what the person looked like to my friend who had invited me, and he said he didn't know the person. However, after digging for a day and a half, I found the person's Instagram, and they have been friends for years. Like, that's his boy. Like, out of 200 people, so he's got like 10 million followers, and out of 200 people, that dude is one of them. So clearly they friends. And finally, she says, it's been 5 days since this incident, and I haven't been able to sleep or eat properly. I haven't been able to socialize or go to work. This is all I think about 24/7. I'm not looking for attention. All I want is the justice I deserve. I want to stop him from hurting anyone else. In no particular order, what y'all think, fellas?
Yeah, you go first, Adrian.
Oh, you gonna have the new guy
Yeah.
go first. All right. Well, I'm gonna try my best to play devil's advocate here and look at it from both perspectives. Number one, it happened January 1st, you said, right?
Yeah.
And this is days later that quote unquote she wasn't getting any help, so now she's trying to bring it to social media to find justice and all of that.
Mm-hmm.
On one side, um you know I know for some dudes out there, like, they're not mentally okay, they're not mentally good, they go through whatever they go through in life, and they don't they're unable to think or move logically. They let the fame of their friends or their own fame get to their head and think that they can do whatever. That is one side of it, and maybe she's telling the truth. But on the other side of things, man, uh, there. I feel like in this day and age, if something like that happens to you, you're supposed to go to the police right then and there. Um, you
Mm-hmm.
go to the police. You waited days to put it on social media. In my opinion, you should have just done that the same night or recorded the situation, while you were there or whatever
Mm-hmm.
the case may be. I feel like there were too many options. And sure, you can, say that she was traumatized, scared, or whatever the
Mm-hmm.
case may be. But for you to be able to articulate yourself well enough to say all these things and now and move this way now, it's like it's really hard to really sit here and really make me or the people that you claim you want help from in the world, whatever, which is why she brought it to social media.
Mm-hmm.
It's hard for us to view it as something like that because again, day one should have been straight to the police, straight recording this, have some proof on X, Y, and Z. Everybody knows what happens between men and women in today's society.
Mm-hmm.
Like a lot of women, like it's coming out now. Like a lot of women are out there even saying it themselves. Like, yeah, I lied about this, for clout or money or attention or whatever the case may be.
Mm-hmm.
So it's tough. It's tough.
Right.
For me, there's reasonable doubt. So
Okay.
yeah, there's too much reasonable doubt right there for me.
Percy.
Yeah, these situations are tricky. I'm a big DJ Vlad fan, and I watch a lot of his content. And I was just watching a thing about Young Jock. He was doing an interview. He was talking about the exact same thing when it comes to celebrities. A lot of things happen behind closed doors when it comes to artists and the music industry. Men and women being taken advantage of for beats, for clout, for music, for whatever the case may be. So in this situation, it's tough, and this is one of the where I have to agree with Adrian. When you first go to social media, no police, no nothing, a lot of people automatically start doubting you because time and time again we've seen, and when it comes to celebrities, people come out and say, "Oh, Chris Brown did this, Drake did this, they did
Mm-hmm.
this," and then it comes out that they were just lying, they were just trying to get a little money.
Right.
Now, I don't know how much she's lying. I mean, for her to go through all this just for the sake of trying to get her name out there, I don't know. I don't know her. I don't know what's his name?
Kai Cenat.
Kai Cenat. I don't know his buddy.
Right.
But word to rise when it comes to Kai and anybody who has a name, you got to watch out who's your friends because clearly, based off the tweets, because I was actually scrolling through reading a
Mm-hmm.
bunch myself,
Right.
you got to be careful who you have around. And so often, people call out celebrities. They move from their hometown, they cut off their friends, and it's a reason why they do that is because now you
Mm-hmm.
getting caught up, and it's one of those.
Right.
I don't know if his friend is guilty or not, and I think the problem is when you go to social media, the dude is already presumed guilty by the eyes of the people. I don't know what happened in that bedroom. Only she knows, and his friend know. And I think for
Man.
her, I think going to the police because I don't even think she did a police report. So
She did a
I'm not
kid. So she
she did.
already did a kid. So, when when they go through that, they have the kits for them. So already she's already done that, essentially.
Yeah, but she goes. It's like the old age.
Be,
People protecting abusers. They go to the hospital for a busted eye that the boyfriend or somebody did. Oh, I fell down the stairs. I don't know if she told them what happened. I'm not saying that doesn't excuse what happened. It could
right.
have clearly happened, but I think the problem is when you start going to social media. A lot of people tend to think that, especially with the whole Me Too movement, cancel culture, that we've seen the time and time again men getting slaughtered on social media just to find out it was looking for a quick payday.
Mm-hmm.
So I think for her, I think there's some validity due to the fact that she's gone out of her way to provide certain things that most
Mm-hmm.
people they just go on Twitter and say, "Oh, he did this," and leave it alone.
Right.
And
So
and
Right.
and to add to that, to again play devil's advocate here, the one thing that hearing you read the article that
Uh-huh.
I did notice is that it does really seem like she's not throwing Kai Cenat's name
Right.
out there and targeting him specifically. She is staying focused on this specific dude, and this specific dude, whoever he is, I don't know me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Uh, you know, if he's a nobody, at the same time, what can she really get out of it?
I get out of
Besides,
calling him out. That's a
Right.
fact. Now,
right.
all right. So let me say, what my opinion is, because first and foremost, the critiques I have about her are practically the polar opposite of what y'all said. You know what I'm saying? And obviously, there's nothing set in stone. However, given all the details that are out there and looking at this dude, whatever they said he did, that did that shit. And I don't know if y'all seen pictures of homie, but he looked like the type. That's one. Because, all right,
Nah, I ain't
first of all, it sounds like a realistic situation, and it sounds like a situation that a woman that doesn't have a lot of street smarts would find herself in. First of all, she went up to a room because she was drunk, which I don't agree with. You know what I'm saying? So she went up to a room to sleep it off, to sleep off her drunkenness and stuff like that. Then, first of all, and I'm trying to figure out whose house this was, from jump, because the fact
She
that
came alone.
Yeah, she went alone.
right, all right, yeah. So she goes to a party by herself. She gets drunk, and then Kai Cenat, who I'm guessing is his house or it's his Airbnb or whatever, he told her, "Oh, just go sleep," because she said she wanted to leave, and he said, "Oh, nah, just go sleep it off upstairs." And then all of a sudden, his boy walks in that room of all, because I'm pretty sure it was a big ass house, and he walks in that room, and he said it was his room. So what does that tell you? Like this, it adds up, because sometimes, like Percy, if you remember when we talked about the heavily controller situation last year, there were things about her story, because she essentially did the same thing. She went on Twitter and she basically spilled the beans. There are things about her story that didn't add up, but this adds up. Like this actually checks out.
Right. Make some
and given what he said, his reasoning for doing that, because he was like, "Oh, I mean, you was in my room, you was in my bed, so I did what I did." And then I'm looking at this dude, he looked like the type.
I would just be careful with saying that, though.
I can't play devil's advocate in this type of situation, because again, presented with all the details. You see what I'm saying? Everything said so far, I have to rock with what she's saying. And you know why? Because see, so she went to him, Kai, and said, "Yo, can you give me information? Because I got it right here." She told him, she said, "I want to know who it was. Can you send me the Instagram of the guy who checked up on me?" She said, "Please." Mind you, she ain't been getting no responses from homie. Then she said, "This is serious. I'm not trying to be annoying or anything, but I'm legit traumatized. I don't care if it's one of your friends and you don't want to throw them under the bus, but that doesn't matter to me. He did what he did and he has to pay for that." He said, "Hell no, not one of my friends. I'm still looking into it." But then lo and behold, they got pictures together. So it checks out. Kai Cenat strikes me as the type of dude to front like he didn't know who he was until proof came out that this your boy. This your boy.
Right.
So the proof is in the pudding, in my opinion.
I didn't really know all of that.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. So once you connect the dots, you kind of see, yeah. Now my problem with Kai is I'm like, yo, dog, and I don't know if you guys ever seen that movie Players Club, but this sounds like a Players Club situation. Have you ever seen that movie? Have y'all seen it? And then I'll give you a quick rundown.
Yeah.
No, I haven't seen it.
Okay, you seen it?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, but Adrian, you ain't seen it.
No.
Nah.
Okay, so what happens in Players Club is that they have a party. So it's a movie with Lisa Ray McCoy and I forgot this other actress's name, but she was in The Best Man Holiday, and The Best Man Final Chapter. She plays no. She's another woman, but she plays Morris Chestnut's wife, who passes away in The Best Man, long story short. But in the Players Club, she plays a stripper, and she's like a new stripper. She kind of she's not really familiar, so she ain't really been around the block in terms of like the strip game and stuff. But against her better judgment, she goes and does a private party for this trash, character, and the actor, he's trash, but this guy named Junior. What happens is Ice Cube and these other guys are there. Long story short, they set her up. So they tell her, "Oh, go change in this room," because she was going to dance for them. So they told her, "Go change in the room and wait. Like that's your waiting room. So you can change in there. This is your change room and all of that. Wait in there." Right? So then the OG stripper that's kind of been showing her the ropes, she goes in there, she talks to her, then she leaves. While she's in there by herself, Ice Cube goes to Junior, who it's his party, and he tells, because the party's for him, they throwing it for him. He tells Junior, he says, "Oh, yo, we got a girl in there for you. Yo, here's this condom and shit like that." He's like, "Oh shit, all right, cool." And then he goes in there and he her. That's the same situation. So he told her, "Go sleep in that room." Mind you, his boy, he was like, "Yeah, yo, I'm setting you up with this girl." That's probably what he did. Think about it. That shit checks out.
I think the only way I would agree with that last part is if there was only one room upstairs, because if there was multiple and she just so happened to go in this room.
That's even worse. That's even worse. So you mean to tell me, out of all the rooms in that big ass house they were probably in, he chose to go in there? And then on top of the fact that you saw a girl that's, because y'all already know, you're around a girl that's drunk, tuck her in the bed and leave. You see what I'm saying? I've been in those situations before. If you can help her out, tuck her in and leave. It's not no situation where you can, huh?
No, I'm saying, yeah, you're right. Tuck her in.
Yes. It's not a situation where you need to be taking advantage. You need to be doing this and that. You see what I'm saying? So that means he went in there, he saw her, and he stayed. Most niggas, again, if you've been around the party scene, you've been to house parties and stuff like that, a woman is passed out drunk, red flag. That's not a green light. That's a red light. So, and this dude, take a good look at him. He seems like the type to just forego that and be like, "Oh shit, yo, was slit. I'm about to lock the door and then rape her." That's what he did. He did that shit, yo. He did that shit. And a lot of times when especially if you're accusing somebody who's famous or something like that, and then even then, for a woman just to go to, a police station by yourself, because, you know what I'm saying, and then say, "Oh, I got," like, no girl wants to do that. There's a lot of shame involved in that. And you've heard those stories. Women who go through that, like, there's like a psychological like aftermath of that shit that a lot of women don't want to have to like deal with. So it's like, and I get what y'all mean by that. Like, of course, if you're wrong, the first thing you should do is go to the cops. But at the same time, it's like, yo, you know what I'm saying? You got to kind of empathize with the situation in a way, especially when the nigga that invited her to the damn party wasn't even answering her texts. So I don't blame her for having to go to social media to get more attention on this whole entire issue. So whatever they said, you know what I'm saying, they did, the nigga did that shit, yo. Facts. Facts.
Let me say this. I do agree with you on the whole shame thing. I do agree with that. I just, when I talk about proof, it's not so much about validating a claim, but it's more so if you don't go to social media, I don't care who you are, whether you're a celebrity or not, if someone is going to accuse you of a crime, you're going to have some type of, you called the police, you did something. Now, obviously, she is taking those steps, so that's why I'm not calling her a liar. I do think something happened up there, and this is one of those things where I was talking to Natalie, my girl, and I talk about this all the time. Especially in New York, I be seeing girls, and I'm just not in no way victim blaming or shaming, but I see women all the time drunk out of their mind, walking down the street by themselves, no friends. I'm like, yo, what in the world is going on here? And like, it mind blows me. I'm not blaming her, but if you're gonna go to a party where you don't know most of the people there, let's be real here. Kai is a popular dude by accounts of what you told me about and what he does for a living. Let's be real here. Out of all those people, do you really think he's gonna be checking up on her all the time? He's gonna be drinking.
I mean, yo, if I'm a lit streamer or I'm a famous person, you know what I'm saying, like he is, and then I'm in this, hot spot mixing environment with mad people, and then I hit up this girl out of all the girls I can hit up to pull
Facts.
up. Yeah, of course I'm gonna watch out for her. Yeah,
facts.
Yeah,
no,
like
facts.
I'm not just gonna invite you to pull up and then like I'm not gonna look out for you, because yo, with girls, it's different. Like if you've been in those environments, you had a house party and girls is drinking and wilding, you make sure those girls are straight. If you invited them, like I've thrown house parties and I've had girls pull up and they get drunk, I gotta watch out for them because they at my party. I invited them because if anything happens, when they look at the track record, they're gonna say, "Oh, he invited her. He invited her." So that's what I'm saying. My only criticism is that, again, for women, if you're gonna be outside, if you're gonna be out here, you gotta. Sometimes people ain't gonna look out for you. You gotta have that street smarts where he's like, "Oh, go sleep upstairs." She should have been like, "This your house? Like this your," you know what I'm saying? Or she should have dipped. So she said she was gonna leave. I mean, don't listen to him, because he really wasn't looking out. Kai Cenat don't strike me as like a real nigga. I'm sorry, he's not. because this is the same dude that probably thinks everybody is his friend. So once I see Blueface and Krishan at your house, and then you constantly all in the mix, like celebrities not your friends. These people, they don't know friendship, in my opinion. They don't. So I'm not gonna hit her with that, like, oh, you know, whatever it is that you said, because I'm sorry, I don't agree. Because it checks out, because I've been in those, I've seen these things happen. I've been in those scenarios.
The only thing I would say, just to because again, I'm not Mr. Detective. We ain't cops and all that type of shit. You know what I'm saying? So the only thing I would really say to in terms of possibilities, in my opinion, is like you said, from that Players Club, movie, whatever shit. Maybe Kai wasn't on it, and the whole thing was a setup for
his boy,
dude. Or like you also said, yeah, he could have hit, he could have hit Shorty up and been like, yeah, blah blah blah, whatever. She was like, yo, I'm mad drunk, I should probably go. And he was like, all right, you know what? Just go upstairs real quick. Maybe in his defense, you know what I'm saying? At the same time, because again, I'm a fair dude. I'm not gonna just put, the entire blame on somebody when I don't really know shit. And at the end of the day, like, until I see like a transaction report on that Airbnb, if it was, an Airbnb or VBRO, whatever, if his name was on it, that's different. If his name wasn't on it, again, different outcome. However, he could have just been like, yo, go upstairs real quick and just, what I'm saying, sleep it off, whatever, until you feel better. And then maybe, dude in the back was just like, all right, cool, I seen that.
He saw the opportunity.
Yeah, he saw
either way, Jiggy Ballsack is guilty.
But either way, that guilty.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, yeah, it with, again, hearing the article and then hearing the more to the story that you added on when you spoke on your side. Now I have more insight to it. You know what I'm saying? There's not really a lot of ways that you can really go about this situation. Like, it's pretty clear that, that's pretty much what happened. Like,
yeah,
dude,
and to me,
and I looked up how he looked as well. Like the dude, and
he seemed like it. He seemed like it.
I see what you're saying.
Yeah, and my thing is, again, I will blame Kai for just the fact that, like, yo, when she was asking you about homie, I mean, I get it, like, that's your boy, but you look guilty as hell by not giving her whatever information she needs, because, yo, he's a grown ass man. So if he did some BS, that's on him. For him to be like, oh, that's not one of my friends, and then literally, yo, you caught red-handed in a picture with multiple pictures at that, looking like homie's little brother. Like, come on, yo. Like, I don't respect that.
And this dude Kai has so much to lose. Like, if you really cared about yourself and your well-being and your family, your personal family, you know what I'm saying? You understand that you putting food on the table for your circle, and your man's wanting to do some wild shit. Nah, bro.
That's on you.
That's on you. That's on him. He should have honestly just been like, yo, here's the information you know what I'm saying, you need. Blah, blah, blah. That looks so much better for his case.
Instead of, because she putting him on blast. Like, she putting him on blast. The only thing I would say about her is that, like, she took a picture, like, in the hospital, and she looked like she's kind of like posing. I don't know why she's doing that. That's kind of weird. You know what I'm saying? But outside of that, my thing is this too. My criticism about a lot of these celebrity dudes anyway, y'all make all this money and you can't afford to stay out of trouble. Like, I don't understand that. Yeah, like, I do not understand that. And then
you want to know what's funny? My fault. Go ahead.
But just real quick, and the thing with girls, like, just people, I don't know, I don't see what's like so like cool about the party scene these days. Like, to me, it's whack. Like, what is everybody doing? Like,
I agree.
You're smoking, you're drinking. To me, it's just a recipe for disaster, especially if I got bread. There's so much better things I could be doing with my time if I got as much money as Kai Cenat does. You think I'm gonna be over there?
Bro. Just a little off topic, but the core point still resonates. The whole thing with the Takeoff getting shot, bro. When you got so much money, why the hell are you still dealing with people on that level?
Right.
What's like all of these celebrities, bro? They don't understand the concept of, yo, I got money now. I should not be hanging around that's not in my tax bracket.
Facts.
Period. And even the ones that are in your tax bracket, like you said, they're not your friends.
Yeah,
they're still not your friends.
They're not.
Go buy a damn plane and fly to Venezuela for a weekend.
Exactly.
Go learn a new language.
Nah, it's
go learn
because they
two new
want to be
languages.
all out and about. And Kai Cenat strikes me as that type. Like, cause homie freaking had Blueface and Krishan at his house, and then was looking surprised when she took a chair and threw it through his freaking wall, and thinking that these people are really his friends. Like, they're not your friends, because when all of this is happening right now, you think any of them are gonna really stand by him if shit really hits the fan? Nah.
Hell no.
This is gonna be saying, "Oh, we smoking that Kai Cenat pack right now. We smoking that Kai pack."
Facts.
Facts.
Hey,
Facts.
look,
Yo, Percy, remember that last year when Heavenly Control was going through all of that? What were niggas saying? They were saying, "Oh yeah, we smoking that. We're smoking that Long Beach Griffey pack. We're smoking that Heavenly pack." That's what they're doing.
Yep.
Yeah, bro. Like that. Once a judge is in front of him talking about charges and all of this with that mallet in his hand, they gonna start singing. they ain't his friends.
No, that's
that right now.
And that's why that was my point. When you get to a certain level, I watch a lot of these interviews, and a lot of these rappers who portray this gangster image. One of the first things they'll say is, "I move out of my projects. I change my friends up." You know why? Because what happens is, this was probably what happened with Kai. You get friends you probably know them for many years. They get comfortable because they know you got the money, you got the security, you got the fame, so you can get away with doing certain things because so and so. So his friend probably thinking, "Oh, I'm friends with Kai. Nobody knows who this chick is. She ain't that popular. I'll take advantage. Ain't nobody gonna believe her over Kai and me." And so Kai probably got stuck in the middle. That's the only reason why I came to his defense a little bit, because he ain't the one who committed the crime. No matter what people feel, whether he set up or not, he didn't commit the crime. His friend did.
Yeah, now, but you are an accomplice. Like you are an accomplice. If you see some shit going down, or if something happened, and then you just choose to stay silent, you're literally just as culpable as the culprit.
In the court of law?
In the court of law?
Yeah, that's a wrap.
It's a wrap. If they're gonna be like, you knew and you didn't do anything, culprit, guilty, jail. Because it's not like a Heavenly Controller situation where clearly it's like she was trying to be around these sorts of dudes, but then complaining at the same time. This is a different scenario. This is a completely different scenario. So if I could, I would. But there's no sector in the story whatsoever that makes me think, okay, well, you know what? I see where these dudes might have. Nah, not at all.
You're right. But all I'm saying is, and
I feel you.
My whole point, like you said, the reason why he's not giving her this information is because they boys, they friends. He's the celebrity, she's not, and he's friends with him. So that's why he's not giving this information. That's why I'm saying, just because somebody invites you to the party, don't mean they looking out for you. I've been to parties where people invited me, and I got to look out for the person who invited me because they drunk out of their mind. So it's one of those things where it's like, okay, you invite somebody to a party. It's not a church sermon where everybody's going to be sober. People going to be drinking. People going to be smoking, do whatever they do. So he invited her. Yeah, he invited her because he wanted to have a good time, be around. But when he's having fun, he's mingling with people, he getting drunk, he's not thinking. And I think he was looking out for her. He could have told her, "Oh, go ahead, you can get that Uber." But we've seen time and time again how that situation usually happens. Somebody follow her outside, the Uber driver take advantage.
And she's an attractive girl.
Yeah, and I think for him telling her to go upstairs, I don't think he was setting her up. I think he was.
Well, again, here's why: because his boy came up in there right after that. So again, he ended up in there out of everybody. If this was a dude that, if Kai didn't know who this person was, like straight up, they wasn't friends, all of that, then there'd be some legitimacy or merit to what you're saying. But the fact of the matter is, that's like, all right, so if I invite, let's say, like, I don't know, I'm trying to think, let's say like a female friend that all right, so I invite your friend Jane to my party. She gets a little drunk and stuff like that, and she's like, "Oh, Dimitri, I'm really drunk. Like, I think I'm gonna go." And I'm like, "Nah, just sleep it off upstairs, right?" And then next thing she knows, Adrian is up in the room with her. What do you think happened? What do you think happened if my best friend, out of nowhere, just all of a sudden ends up in the same room that I sent Jane up to? My best friend, and it's my party that I invited her to. The hell you think happened? It's my party. It's my party. I invited her. I told her to go sleep upstairs in a room, right? And then my best friend or one of my good friends ends up in the room with her at my party after that.
Hey, that nigga DJ.
Right.
DJ said, "Yo, Adrian, yo, go up there real quick."
Exactly,
Yeah, that's some
exactly.
such shit.
And I bet you we're not even gonna
Yeah.
say anything. I'm just gonna look at him, dap him up. He gonna go upstairs.
Or
I know how it is. I know how shit is.
that's a good point. But or his friend could have been plotting. We see
Well,
this all the
yeah. I
time.
mean,
If he plotting,
again, his name is Jiggy Sack, bro. Like Jiggy Ball Sack, Ball Sack, bro. I don't care. Like he's guilty. He is guilty. But I don't respect Kai Cenat either, just because of the fact that your homegirl that you invited her. So her responsibility is kind of on you, because if it wasn't for you, she wouldn't have been there in the first place.
yeah, it's a tough lesson. It really is one of those things where it's like he need to watch out who his friends is, and this is for anybody, but especially women, because we know dudes be plotting. If you're gonna go to a place, especially when it's gonna be other people and celebrities hosting, go with friends. Don't be by yourself. Don't get sloppy drunk, because people are out to take advantage. And that's the only point I was making. Not everybody's your friend. Just because somebody invites you out, don't. I mean, for instance, look at the girl at Mexico. They friends. They went on a trip and they killed her 12 hours after getting there. So
facts. But the thing is with me, any girl that I've ever known in life will always say that I was never a fan of them going to any parties, drinking, doing drugs, and carrying on. I'm not a fan of that, because I know there's certain shit that comes with that if you don't have certain street smarts. And most women, they don't. They don't. It's like it's rare that you'll meet like a super attractive chick and then like she really has that smarts, is to where if a guy's saying, "Yo, just go upstairs and sleep it off," she can be like, "No, that's okay. I'm leaving right now." You see what I'm saying? Most girls, they don't have that X factor unless they got a boyfriend or a father or an uncle or somebody that put them on to certain stuff. It's something Clifton Powell was saying. He was like how, with the whole Harvey Weinstein, thing, he was like, certain women, they should already know if Harvey is inviting you to his penthouse at 11 p.m., then you need to tell him we're only going to meet in the lobby bar at 8 p.m., 9 p.m. We're not going up there. They're not going up there, period. They won't be up there in the first place. It's a certain level of street smarts and awareness that you got to have, and freaking self-preservation, because when you don't have that and you're not in your right mind, it's just a recipe for disaster. So she literally, you take a girl that doesn't have street smarts because she listened to a famous person, then she showed up, freaking got drunk, she's not in her right mind. So no street smarts, no awareness. You're not in your right mind. So what's going to happen? And you're attractive. In a room, borderline unconscious. And then you got the jiggy ball sacks of the world don't want to come up in there and take advantage because they can't get pussy, you know what I'm saying, just off the strength of themselves. So they got to do stuff like that.
Right. It's a sad situation. It's just a lesson. If you're gonna go to a party, be aware of all times. Stay protected at all times.
Facts.
Can't trust nobody, unfortunately. After Shanika Robinson, it really proved to me. After seeing what happened with Shanika Robinson and how her own friends did her, people recording, laughing, making fun of her, it really goes to show. That's not for everybody, but people really, especially when when you're out and about, you're drinking and you're losing all types of, mental capabilities. You can't trust nobody. Unfortunately, you can't. You got to move smarter.
Not when you're an attractive, girl. And I get it. She's like the IG model and she fits that archetype and stuff like that. But in the off chance that you're listening, you got to watch out. You can't be all out here. So if you ain't got a boyfriend that's gonna tell you, I'm gonna tell you can't be all outside, all out and about, stuff like that. I know you want to have fun, but this ain't bikini bottom.
Just getting back to what you were saying earlier, like, yo, like, I get it. Like you young or whatever, you want to have fun, but yo, like, start redefining what it means to have fun. All this partying, all this partying shit, yo, like, even for your generation, like, y'all have more acts like the ones who are like 22, 21, 23, 20, whatever. Yo, like, y'all have so much access to things that do,
other stuff.
Like other things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, like, go, instead of going to a party, go damn snowboarding or something.
Like, yo, there's a lot of stuff
travel. Like, go climb a mountain. You know what I'm saying? Like,
but now they want to be up in the clubs. You know what I'm saying? They want to be
up in the clubs, man. Like, it's
because
crazy,
it's because
man.
of what they think is cool. That's why. That's the only reason why, they be all up in there, is because they think that's what's cool. That's why Kai is over there. I saw a video. And then the DJ was like, "Oh, why are you buying this liquor? You're supposed to buy this $10,000 liquor or some shit." And I think he
Get
actually
the
bought
fuck
that
out
shit
of
too.
here.
Yeah, and he bought that shit too. Or like and I'm just like, yeah, I wouldn't even be there in the first place if I'm a rich streamer, and I wouldn't be having Blueface and Krishan in my house either. You feel me?
Not at all.
Not at all. But anyway, so what are y'all thoughts? Please like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you on the next one. Peace.
Peace. Remember, the devil takes no days off.
Adios. Be safe, y'all. Safe.